Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us. I'm Deborah, Senior Principal at Forestay Capital, early growth B2B Saas fund, investing across Europe, East Coast of the US, and Israel. And very happy to be here with Pierre, founder and CEO of Neural Concept. I'm super happy to have you here, especially today, since you just announced the closing of your Series B. Today, congratulations for that, and we're super happy to have led this one. So very much looking forward to this partnership together.
Thank you, Deborah. It's great to be here today to announce this round, and thanks for hosting this conversation.
Of course. So you are one of the pioneering in the intelligent engineering market, pushing the boundaries and setting new standards. Can you tell us more about you and Neural Concept?
Sure. So Neural Concept is a company that was founded in 2018. I founded it during my PhD, and at the end of my PhD, we built some very deep technology coming from the world of deep learning and 3D deep learning applied to simulation. That's where we started from, and then we developed a whole bunch of technologies around that, and a whole platform that helps engineers design better products. We work in the automotive industry, aerospace, and consumer electronics industry mainly.
Can you tell us more, how does AI transform today the way industrial engineers work?
Yeah, sure. So in engineering today, engineers are massively using simulations, numerical simulations, to assess the performance of the product that they design before they go on the market. For instance, if you design a car, you're going to simulate the aerodynamics before actually producing the car. However, with the current status of these tools and these technologies, the iterations for engineers to actually find a better design for a car or an aircraft or a mobile phone are actually very, very long and not very automatized. And the vision of engineering intelligence, of what we are building, is to help engineers accelerate massively these iterations in order to use the computers to not only evaluate new designs, but also help the engineers find better designs in an active or in a collaborative way.
Super interesting. Can you elaborate maybe on the strong momentum on the market and the customer need, as well as how do you Neural Concept position and differentiate on the market to answer the best this need?
Sure. So the market, I mean, there is a lot going on at the moment on the market. I will take two examples of markets that are a bit in the opposite situation. So the first one is the automotive industry, where the pressure on OEMs and suppliers is at the highest ever, probably. The competition with Chinese OEMs, Chinese suppliers, is pushing the European and US manufacturers to reduce the timelines. When it was before possible to design and okay to design a car in 3 years, now it has to move to 18 months. And all this while moving to new technologies around electric vehicles and so on. So that's a lot of pressure, and engineering companies are looking for new solutions. On the other end, there are other industries, such as the semiconductor and electronics industry, where the miniaturization of designs getting smaller and smaller is also creating new constraints related not only to the electrical design, but also to the physical, thermal efficiency, warpage, and so on, where there are a lot of new constraints to take into account in the design. And that's also where software like ours can be very, very helpful.
You have an amazing list of customers. Could you name one or two examples or use cases of how Neural Concept helped them?
Sure. So we work with companies like, for instance, like General Electric, where we help them design better hydraulic turbines for electric power plants. We work with several automotive suppliers, which is maybe our top market, like Bosch, like Mahle, Valeo, where we also help them be more efficient in the way they design a whole range of products. So for a supplier like this, it's extremely important to be super fast in answering the requests from an OEM, and that's why our product is very, very useful to them.
Okay, interesting. And I have to ask, because Gen AI is the topic of all headlines at the moment, and as Gen AIs incorporate more and more modalities, what impact does it have on Neural Concept as well as in the industry?
Yeah. So I mean, I think it depends very much on what definition we give to the word Gen AI. So in general, the core of what NC is doing, Neural Concept is doing for a while, is doing Gen AI, because we are using artificial intelligence, machine learning to generate complex objects, 3D objects, right? So coming from functional requirements to create a complex design. So in a sense, that's Gen AI. Also nowadays, the word Gen AI is very much associated to large language models, just processing text and making sense of text input. And here as well, there are a lot of things that we are doing and that we can do in our software to take these functional requirements in natural language, and not as clicking on buttons or like as filling some configuration form. And by putting the two together, we are really seeing an evolution where an engineer can actually create a new design in natural language. So that's really where we are going, by using large language models or historical generative modeling type of technology.
And you feel engineers are ready to apply this today, or is it the cultural shift?
It's a strong cultural shift. It's an industry where the performance requirements and the very demanding environment where the engineers are operating has created a culture of being of a bit of skepticism and being very careful with innovation. But the need is so strong, and the evolution of the technology at the moment is so strong that that this evolution is coming either from a small portion of engineers who are very forward-looking in the companies and who are pushing the innovation inside the company, or also from the top managers who are also understanding what's at stake here.
Yeah, the market is moving for sure, slowly but surely in that direction. Yeah. Just earlier this year, there was a big announcement from Synopsys acquiring Ansys for $35 billion. This has a huge impact on the market. How do you view this acquisition, and what does it mean for you and the industry?
Yeah, I mean, that's very exciting. This acquisition is very much related to what I was explaining before, the need to simulate the physics at the level of semiconductor design. Also, coming from the angle of having more electronics in the automotive industry. For us, it also shows, of course, that there are a lot of acquisitions going on in this market, that it's a very dynamic market with a lot of consolidations at every stage, a lot of innovation and so on. So it's also exciting for the future of the company.
And now that you have just closed this round, there are many opportunities lying ahead. What excites you the most? And
what's very exciting for me is the way I think that the industry is going to evolve and change in the coming years. What I want to create and what we want to create is a future where we can have a computer or algorithms designing an aircraft engine or a mobile phone almost autonomously. And that's where we are going, and that's where things are going, and I'm pretty sure that will make it happen now.
Amazing. Well, thank you much.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Pierre.
Thanks, Deborah.
If there's any question, thanks so much for having us. It was a pleasure hosting you, and look forward to this partnership. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.